A quick PSA announcement. I was just in here thinking about my situation, and my life, and different things that I've been through in my life as a, I don't even want to say as a, I don't even know the word for it. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the word for it. The word that I really need to use for this is a strong woman, as a very strong woman. It's not very strong women in the world. It's not very many strong women that try to help another woman though. What I'm saying, it's not very many of us like that in this world. And I feel like if women were to really know that, you know, if it wasn't for a woman, it would be no men, a matter of fact. And I know, what we were taught, that Adam made Eve, but no, that was a lie for sure. I mean, Adam may have, they have scientists that do the cloning and stuff. Cloning is different. That's not God's work. That's cloning, like trying to copy or trying to be like what God is. And you really, you can try, but you're not going to be exactly what God is. You can be like God, but not exactly what God is. And the cloning and stuff, that's not God. That's not God. That's a clone. That's a copycat. That's that. You see what I'm saying? That is really just that. And being a woman and just trying to see how we're even becoming, seriously, because it's hard for women, strong women, to survive out here in a world full of people. People be saying it's the world, it's the world. No, it's the people in the world. It's the people in the streets. It's the people out here that are trying to compete. It's the people. I promise you, it's the people. And when you're a woman in a world full of people that are just confused. A lot of people are confused. I had to realize that as a woman. I had to realize that as a strong woman. I had to realize that everybody is not going to be strong. Some people are just going to go along. That don't mean you're strong. And when you get too strong, for a lot of people that just go along, you're wrong. And that's not right. That's not right. And it's really not always a physical fight. Everybody want to fight physically, but when you're fighting spiritually, of who God is and who God is gonna always be, that's a spiritual warfare within yourself, though. It is. It's like, how can you grow before you try to grow somebody else, though? And that's why I say having children is more than just, oh, I'm having children. Everybody be, I'm having children, I got children. Do you really have children? That's really be my question. Do you really have children? You got children, but do you have children? It'd be a lot for me when I come on here and do those readings and read people energy. And I know I am a target because I'm strong, very strong. I don't just go along with motherfuckers because another motherfucker going with another motherfucker. I don't be caring about that. I do not care about any of that at all. I'm here for the truth for sure. I'm definitely here for the truth. I'm here to know nothing but the truth, and God gonna help me every time, every time. So when you're around people that don't want to grow and don't want to know and lying ho, I'm talking about lie to, especially when people have to lie about, where you come from, boo. That's been a lie for so. You came from Africa. You came. My life is not a game. I really want to know, where did I come from? And I know I came from God, first of all. Let me say that before we go get all these other little facts. That's the first thing. You got to know where did you come from? And where are you really going to go? And I'm going to be one of those people that's going to always want to know, where am I finna go? Because I'm not finna just go because you going and everybody else going. But where are you going, baby? Where you going? And like I said, as a strong woman, and then you got this world full of men that think this is a man world because BB Brown or BB, what is his name? BB, Jane Brown. Did Jane Brown? Yeah, Jane Brown put the song "It's a Man's World" out here. And these men that went crazy, acting too much like a lady. For me, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, if you're gonna be a man, you don't always gotta put on pants, but put on some, man. Seriously, because you cannot think that this man world that y'all got, it's not. It's Earth, Mother Earth, and the women, we gonna always be first. We're gonna all, because if it wasn't for women, it would not be any men. And I will say that again and again. When they start bringing Adam and Eve in, that's when they was out here cloning, friend, trying to get somebody to be a twin, just like them. Like, that's how you mate. You get your mates. It's just like you. Y'all got the same kind of souls that you're carrying to. Yeah, I'm going to do what you do, like that Bunny and Clyde shit. Both of y'all doing it, but both of y'all hiding it, bitch. I'm just saying, like, man, this supposed to be sleep. I'm supposed to be sleep. I'm supposed to be asleep. But my thoughts had started getting deep. I'm like, no, these getting too deep for me. Because people be trying to act like you got to be blind because they don't see. Bitch, what your eye got to do with me? What do your eyes got to do with me? I'm seriously trying to see, what do your eyes have to do with me? And then when you're trying to help people, you can't help everybody. I did learn. You cannot help everybody. You can't, babe. I promise you. I want to help you. I want to help. Child, if these people do not want to help themselves, child, don't nobody else get these people no help. Because they don't want to help themselves. Everybody want to play blind and shit. Well, no, I'm telling you, I'm not blind down there, bitch. I'm not finna play blind with you, bitch. We can run into some shit. If you going to play blind down there, I'm not finna play blind. I'm not. I'm not. And like I said, figuring this out, you would think that people really be, I had a lot of doubt in my mind for a long time. I didn't know people was dying not because people was actually dying. I did not know people had that much time to be doing extra activities such as, spell work is new to me. I'm like, what these motherfuckers been out here doing? Spell work and dark magic and going to graveyards and shit. I'm like, golly, I'm like, I know God didn't do that. No, 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 no. But I had to realize that though, you want to put on this whole show like, this is family and this is how you want family to be. But that is not, that ain't family no more to me. That's what I was taught. And you know what? If you don't take it to be your own fault, I'm not a victim. I'm not. I'm telling you that I am not no victim. No how. No. 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 Hell, motherfucker, no. And if you thought I was a victim, no, I'm not. Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Like I said, I done figured a lot of stuff out, and ain't nobody talking about none of it. So, what the fuck is you fearing for? Because God is not that, though. No, God is not no fearing and jealous and all that. That's the people that signed them contracts. I said, God ain't jealous of nobody. You do what you want to. Like I said, and you're going to have to pay for it too. So now all that, God, no. Like I said, you have to figure yourself. You have to figure out God for yourself, though. Everybody not gonna have that same kind of connection. If you got that connection, so you so in there with God, and you and God so friendly, and you can talk to, you won't need all that other shit. So I don't know who or what God y'all is dealing with, but y'all need to quit. I'm saying y'all need to quit. Y'all need to quit that because and then having these children, getting them involved in a child for what? I'm serious. Like, if you mess with God, you going to feel it in your gut, baby. That's like feeling in your spirit and stuff. I guess don't nobody be feeling it but us. And I'm okay with that. Like I said, y'all can't stop the truth from coming out. Matter of fact, you can't, that's been another thing too. I'm like, so these people been out here doing all these wars and, people want to be, I guess, more than God. That's what I realized people really want to be. But riches, God don't even see y'all with no money. Do you know, God don't even see, I don't care how much you got. God is not looking at none of that. God is looking at your heart, baby. Your heart and your hearts is falling apart, broken and shit. Like, child, y'all got a lot y'all gonna have to deal with. I'm serious. I'm serious. And I don't be liking it. I'm like, God, even my family. I'm serious. I be like, golly, I know y'all fucking play with me. I know y'all gotta be. And you know, when you don't want to be a part of bullshit and all that, and look, we don't gotta have no contact. You right, we don't. I'm saying I won't be having no contact with people that's out here, trying to make motherfuckers disappear and shit. I think that was that Stephen King movie, bitch. I'm serious, motherfuckers try to, uh-uh. Uh-uh. And as a strong woman, ain't nobody gonna beat me down and in my back and shit. Cause I'm not doing none of that toxic shit. I'm not. No. I don't give a fuck what you paying for. No. No. And then people didn't do they do all this stuff. They do everything. I'm talking about people that do so much stuff. But then when you talk about them and know that they doing it, it's just, I'm serious. These folks, that's why I'm like, is this the world for real? I'm saying people be so easy to kill, but why in the hell is it so hard to heal? I'm saying why? Why would somebody rather die? No, I'm talking about no lie, and rather die than to even get the truth one little try, just one a little bit like that mustard seed shit, just a fucking little bit of truth and shit. Like everybody want to be blind down this bitch. Well, I'm not no part of it. I'm not. I'm not. Like I said, this shit's supposed to be figured out. You keep on bringing children. You gotta bring more children. We gotta get more people. We gotta get more people. What, taken out? I know damn well that is not what life is all about. To come here, you gotta work till you die. I'm saying that's the first thing. That's a lot. Work till you die, so you can't die, retire. You can't sit on your ass till you 67 now. They didn't change it 2 more years. They like, no, in a minute it's gonna be 70, 75. Motherfuckers ain't even gonna be alive at 75. So who gonna get your money? I'm saying, who gonna get? Cause that's all it's about. If not, why the fuck ain't it been figured out? Because it's about money. It's about money. That's it, baby. It ain't about life and shit. And this is another thing that I've learned too. And I was taught the same thing, but I'm talking about the same. But I had to learn it, unlearn it, and then relearn it. I was taught, oh, everybody got to die. Child, I swear that is the biggest lie. The way you die is in your mind first. And that really make it work because you don't even think about it like seriously. So you think God gonna just put you here and then you gonna go disappear. You just can't stay here. We just can't stay here. Ain't nobody never did. No, ain't nobody never did it while you was around. 900 and some years, that's a long time to be in town, baby. That's a long time to be around. Ain't nobody think about putting that down. Well, I'm thinking about putting it down. So if you don't want to be around, why don't you go over there on somebody else's ground? I'm serious. Go over there somewhere. Cause we trying to see down here if we can really do that. Well, that's me, myself, and I. That's what we at. That's what we had. 900 and something. And then I was telling somebody about the Methuselah, not Medusa, but Methuselah, who lived to be 967 years old. I was telling somebody, like, you lying. I said, oh my goodness, some people then just lost their mind. Like Methuselah lived to be 900 and something years old before all the toxic. It wasn't that toxic then. You know, now, like I said, look at all this toxic shit y'all about here. Like, it wasn't. I promise you it wasn't. It wasn't. So, if all the toxic people go, now just think about it. Just think about it. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Just think about it. If all the toxic shit was gone, when nobody have no guns, when nobody had to put down on and all that. I'm just talking about all the toxic stuff gone. And you can live as long as you want to. I don't want to do that. My back hurt. But somebody might not. And that's okay, but I don't feel the same way. I just don't. I don't feel it. I don't feel it in my spirit. And when you don't feel it in your spirit, can't nobody. You better feel. No, I don't feel that. I don't. I don't feel that. That's not where my mind is at. I don't. I want to do that. What Methuselah did. And I don't want to have it here. I don't want to have no. This right here is what we trying to do. And what we trying to do might not have nothing to do with you. But that's what family should do if family is true. I just feel like the family that we was raised from and all that. Some of the people that we was raised by ain't even here about the shit that we was raised from. Have y'all ever thought about that? Or is that to y'all? That's dumb. It's dumb. No, we was raised by people who had not healed from shit that they was raised from. Seriously. And it seems like it just get dumb and dumb. Because now the children getting raised from people that shit ain't here from what they was raised from. It keep on repeating itself until one person, at least one person in your bloodline or your whatever your DNA, until somebody say, no, look, this right here, this can't stay. And even the people got to go away. It's okay. God ain't say you got to stay. You got. I was taught you gotta love your mama. Not if your mama out here trying to set you up. Motherfucker. You might feel like that. Well, you try to get back, baby. Listen, with two more bullets, it's funny to me because I will not be in no toxicity. And I do not care who it is, family, if somebody want to be with me. No, baby. No, I'm good. No, I'm good. I want to do as we should. And that's good. I want to do good, baby. Just good. It ain't got to be great, but at least we ain't got to anticipate going to another motherfucking wake. Somebody got to wait tomorrow. Listen, if you want to borrow anybody's life and all of those stuff, let not now one of them be us. We ain't passing out no license stuff. You don't, you shouldn't want to die for people. I think people, if you want to do anything, live for people. And then the people want to live for you too, because if you store it down, everybody gonna be out here dead. But I'll die for my folks. I'll die. Oh shit! I'm thinking to myself, here go another dead bitch. I'm just being honest, just being honest, cause I'm like, damn, and y'all think that's funny? That's not funny to me, at least for not my family. Not my family. Family is not supposed to be doing all that, And then they just say it used to be just the blacks. It's not. It's not anybody can be dumb and act. I'm saying like just dumb. It don't matter about what color they come from. It's just different people have different mindsets, and some people ain't even got a mindset yet. You get that? You might not get it. But yeah, I mean, it's just a lot be going on down here, and it's kind of hard being a strong woman, and then a boy being a woman too, especially like I said, with men thinking that it's a man world's boo. But God didn't just give it to you, baby. If he did, it'd be more damn crazy. It would be so crazy. I just think that, the men, if they could get more in the right mindset. I'm not saying all of them, and I'm not a man bash. Oh, she must don't like me. Oh, my goodness. Sit down, friend. I'm serious. Listen, no, it's not that. It's just that I wish people would really just go over your soul contract, baby. See where your soul at. And why do you feel like that? Yeah. Why do you feel like that out there? Why do you feel like you can do it, but you don't want nobody to do it to you? Why do you feel like if you tell a lie that you'll never see the truth? I'm just saying, just think about the stuff that bothers you, and figure out like what can you do to make it not bother you. Emotions we go through, we all go through some kind of emotions. Everybody done been broken or hurt somewhere before. Okay, all you gotta do is just like let that hurt go, not pick up some more. We're gonna pick up some more. No, no, let that hurt you already got. Kind of let it go a little bit. At a time, it can be a little bit, and then a little bit, and a little bit, and then you be and got rid of all your shit. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That's if y'all want to be staying. You know, God is finna take over all the land, baby. All of it. It ain't like I'm getting on here and tell nobody the kid. Well, I did say that, but that's because you in the wrong contract, baby. You doing the wrong shit. You out here causing chaos and doing black magic, bitch. So yeah, but you really ain't gotta leave here. You don't. Unless that's what you want. That's why I say when these sayings that we done heard so many times before, some of them is a yes and then some of them is a no. Like, when you dig one grave, make sure you dig two. That means that other one is for you. That's all they're saying, boo, and it's simple. That's why I said the Department of Common Sense is something that I have founded or discovered, not like Christopher Columbus did, I discovered this for me and the future kids. Let me say the future kids, That man told me, he was like, man, I ain't gonna be here to sit. Broke my heart. But I had to think again, like, this motherfucker's a retard. Like, you ain't gonna be here for your great, it don't matter. Well, to him, I guess it don't. But like I said, you can live the life you want and don't give it to your kids unless it's real big. And it ain't gonna be big if y'all think everything gonna stay down your head. No, no. Let it go, baby. Let it go. Something else I wanted to say though. Listen, love is not what y'all got. I'm saying it ain't. Yeah, y'all. I don't think y'all got love in y'all bank. Y'all got money. You got money in there, okay? But do you have love in there? The love that stay forever and even on bad terms and shit. I have learned a little bit about that. When people on bad terms but they love and shit, ooh, it begin to be toxic, bitch. I'm serious. It family too. Family ain't like they used to be, but they just not. They not. And that's why I'm like, now, by now, everybody should have been figured it out. I mean, it's stories for everybody in the family where everybody can talk about it and stuff. Like this story I just heard watched on YouTube where the family, 108 years, they just now they done had boys. Everybody done got boys. After 108 years, they're fixed to have a girl to their family. I thought that was so sweet. I'm like, damn, nothing but boys, men, growing up, boys growing up to be men, and now they finna bring the girl in after 100. That's something to be like a blessing to me. But well, to me, like my family would be like that would be a blessing to me. But like I said, stuff like that don't even really get much, contact. It don't. But that's what I want. Like 108 years later, you still out here talking about who's great. That's good. That's a good thing. That's like passing down the real DNA, man. And DNA is very important. It's very important. Your DNA, your truthful DNA, because you might be kin to Jesus and them today. You don't know. Well, you should though. You should though. You could be kin to Jesus. You could be kin to Lazarus. You could be kin to Malcolm. No, I'm saying Malcolm some kin to them people too. That's why I say Malcolm could be kin to you. I'm just saying, baby, you don't know how great you have been in the land. That's all I'm saying. And I know I've been real great, man. Real great. Real great in the land. That's all I'm saying. And I want to know my DNA, man. Listen, it's never too late to get a DNA test. You can get all the rest. You get all these other tests. It is never too late to get it. Yeah, I think that's good. Thank you. And I thank God was saying that too. Yeah, that's it right there, boo. DNA tissue. We're going to have to get some DNA tests. So if we some kin, I'm talking about the women and the men, we're going to have to get us some DNA tests in. I'm saying we're going to have to get us some DNA tests. I'm not going to, listen, if you ain't got no DNA test, don't even, I need to see it. I need to see yours. Yeah. So more DNA tests. It's okay. We getting rid of the stuff from back in the day when my mom and them used to say, like, that's your daddy, and we just went with the flow. But now in these times, we gotta know for sure. We gotta know who's your daddy though, who's your mama, who is it for real? Because back in the day, church and shit, they was quick to steal. They would change them, switch them up at the hospitals and shit. That's why I say y'all like we kind of mixed up down this bit. We kind of mixed up. We kind of mixed up. That's why I say DNA. Yeah, start testing us. I'm serious. Listen, if y'all see my folks and stuff, tell them it ain't no joke. We need to get a DNA test so it won't be no smoke. I'm serious. I'm for real. And that also can help us start, to kind of like heal each other, heal each other, and then y'all can stay from these hospitals and doctors and stuff. Yeah, if we can kind of like, start to work on us with the DNA. We're gonna start with the DNA. We'll start with that. Is that okay with everybody? We're gonna start with the DNA. Make sure we, family and stuff. Make sure you ain't trying to, steal from us. Cause DNA, I'm telling you, the stronger, what is it? The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, and that's got something to do with DNA too. It do. Well, and put a little bit more love in you. That's all God do. Is love on you. So give God some of that love to love. That's all it is. And if you ain't got that to give, God ain't got it either. And if you say you should, then hey, that's Judas and Peter. Judas and Peter. You should give us. No. What is you giving, dog? Well, see, you ain't giving nothing. You ain't giving nothing. So don't be so, yeah, because God say so. All right? Well, I got that off me. Thank you. It's so good to be able to just, give your best as you go. It's good. It's good. Well, it should. It's good. Love a little bit more on yourself, baby, and then you won't have to be worried about, nobody else. Good job. Good job. Well, I'm gonna go on and try to see if I can get me some more sleep for me. At least 4 hours, maybe even three. That'll be good for me. But yeah, y'all kind of get it together, and don't keep on to about whatever. No, for real. Go on and get it together. Okay. And have a great night. As I'm gonna say, it might be day. You have a great day, but have it, a great night. Cause I'm finna lay my head down. Great night, people. Yeah.